Hey everyone, it's Pamela Zimmer, your self-care leadership architect. Did you catch that? Maybe you saw my post, maybe you've gotten an email from me. I am expanding my personal brand into something that I've honestly been doing all along, and now I'm stepping more into it. So from self-care concierge to self-care leadership architect. But that's not the reason for this video. The reason for this video is on my team call the other day, we were talking about capacity, and I came up with this concept that leadership requires capacity, and capacity requires care, meaning self-care. There's all kinds of different areas of self-care. If you've heard me talk about it before, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual. I'm adding in there financial, because financial self-care is important too, because if we don't have the money to pay for things, even just our regular everyday basic things, that causes stress. And so it's something that we need to pay attention to and care for. And also, money is not a bad thing. Remember, money in the hands of good people can do a lot of good. And if we have money and we have income and we have resources, then we can afford to pay for the selective things that we want, like maybe out of the box wellness or self-care practices or modalities. But again, that's not the reason for this video. The reason for this video is I want to talk about capacity. We've all heard the concept or the phrase, you can't pour from an empty cup, right? We have to fill ourselves up first, and then we get to use our overflow when we're serving other people. Everyone gets that, right? But here's where the concept of capacity comes in, because how big is your cup? How big is your cup? Is your cup like a tiny little espresso cup that maybe has 1-2 shots of espresso or room for that in there, right? Or is your cup a wine? Oh my gosh, I said wine. This says this is probably wine. It was a gift to me, and I promise you, there's no wine in there. It's empty. And confession, I may have had wine in here at one point on a Zoom, but you'll never know, will you? Anyways, the point being, how big is your cup? What's your capacity? Is your capacity an espresso shot, a mug, or is it a 64-ounce big gulp? Capacity matters. So my goal is to increase the capacity of our leaders so that they have room to fill up and they have room to have more overflow. Because if my capacity is this, I'm going to get overwhelmed and burnt out really, really fast. If my capacity expands to this, wine or no wine, I'm going to be able to do more, accomplish more, have more on my plate, have more purpose-driven goals and actions than if my capacity was only this. So the way that you increase capacity from this, to the giant big gulp, to the 64-gallon water jug, you take care of yourself, and you take care of yourself on every level: physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, and financial. So that's my little tidbit for today. Leadership requires capacity. Capacity requires care. Self-care is essential. It's not selfish. So that's all I have to say today. Pamela Zimmer, your self-care leadership architect. If you like this and you want more content like this, drop me a message, because I can add you to my community. I would love to have a conversation and chat. I would love to just share all my little tidbits with you. Happy Friday. And remember, self-care isn't selfish. It's essential.